2, 1.
Good morning and welcome to the Friday edition of KSAT News Now.
Yeah, for those of you joining us, we're sorry it's not RJ or Alicia.
Oh, don't be sorry.
Actually, be happy. No, I'm just kidding. We love RJ and Alicia, but we're fun.
It's the Sarah, David, Katie show.
Yeah.
So, different angles, different views, different opportunities.
Yeah.
Different stuff coming up in the next few minutes.
Should be pretty fun.
So it is Good Friday, and we're going to be talking about the passion play that's going on right now downtown. Coming
First
up in a few
time
minutes.
it's been in person, and
Yeah.
it's good to
nice
be back after 2 years. There's also a lot happening, of course, at the border, and we're going to be talking about the war in Ukraine, and we've got some KSAT Fiesta memories.
Memories. Have you gotten over all the confetti and the medals?
I'm really never over it. You know, and I'm really upset because I got my medal sash and everything ready for Fiesta. When actual parade Fiesta time started, I forgot it at home. And I never got to wear any of my medals this year. So they're hung up at home in a little Fiesta shrine. And
well, then next March, go hang it right by the door. And then you'll see
I'm just gonna put it in the car
every day,
and
then you'll be ready for it.
Yeah.
So a lot of medals, a lot of confetti, a lot of fun. And of course, this weekend, it is Easter weekend, and Katie Blake's going to be joining us in a few minutes to let you know what the weather is going to be like all weekend long. A little muggy and a little, I don't know, there's a little drizzle out there right now.
I said it earlier, the Easter Bunny, instead of a basket, is going to need a ice cooler to keep those chocolates from melting in those plastic eggs.
Don't want melted chocolate Easter bunnies.
It's not good.
All right, we're going to get off to a start with a serious subject, though. The logjam of trucks at the U.S.-Mexican border finally started to break Thursday after nearly a week.
This after Texas Governor Greg Abbott eased off his latest dramatic action over immigration. For days, commercial trucks have been backed up for miles into Mexico after Governor Abbott ordered them to stop for additional inspections in Texas.
Yeah, that order has been lifted for bridges in El Paso and other cities after announcing a new security agreement with neighboring Mexican states. They're now up to 3 different Mexican states that have agreements with the state of Texas. The rollbacks come as Abbott has faced intensifying pressure over the policy he rushed into place back on April 6th as part of the ongoing fight with the Biden administration over the flow of migrants and drugs.
So inspection orders remain in other parts along Texas's 1,200-mile border, including the busy Rio Grande Valley. But Mexican trade leaders were optimistic those would also soon end.
All right, let's go overseas. Russia is in the process of ramping up their missile attacks on the capital of Kiev. That is according to their defense ministry.
So it seems to be a direct result of the sinking of a major Russian warship in the Black Sea.
Yeah, the ship was one of the fleet's elite ships, and it was a more storied of one of the ships. It dates all the way back to the Cold War days.
Ukrainian forces say they hit the ship with 2 missiles, and that's what sank it.
Now, Russia says that's not why it sank, though. They blamed other factors. Regardless, it is a significant blow to Russia because of the symbolic loss that it is.
All right, now, you know those COVID-19 tests that are kind of annoying and you stick them up your nose and they hurt you, they poke your brain and make you sneeze. Well, there is a breakthrough when it comes to that.
Yeah, actually, the FDA has approved a new test. It's the emergency use authorization. They gave it yesterday, and this test can detect COVID in less than 3 minutes. But there, of course, is a catch.
So this one, you all have to do, like you can see in that video, you just breathe in, but the machine, it's not too small. It's actually the size of a piece of carry-on luggage.
It can be used in doctors' offices, hospitals, and mobile sites. The test has to be supervised by a licensed healthcare provider as well.
So according to the FDA, the test is 91.2% accurate, detecting positive samples. It is 99.3% accurate when it comes to detecting those negative samples.
And I think that's one of the most important things that people look out for, because there was so much controversy over some of those home tests and whether or not they were, giving you some false positives or even some false negatives.
Yeah.
And now this one, a 90 plus, that's probably pretty good to determine whether or not you're positive or negative. But you got to do it in the doctor's office.
I guess because sometimes if you go to the allergist or any other doctor, sometimes they do a quick swab. I'd much rather do a breath test than the nose thing. I mean, it's important that we test, but oh my gosh.
And I haven't really delved into it, but I'm not sure exactly how it all works. It's like a breathalyzer, like
I
you
think
breathe
it's
into
similar
like
to
a
a breath,
tube.
like a
Like one of
breathalyzer
those
test.
things,
Yeah.
and then in 3 minutes. I like the fact that it's 3 minutes. It takes you longer to get to the doctor's office than it does to
Right.
get the results of the test.
Right, I like that too.
So I like that. So hopefully that thing will work, and those percentages will be
And maybe it'll get
solid.
smaller over time.
That would be nice to be able
Or
to take
at
one of those
home, yeah.
Well, I mean, if you look at the technology that's been created since this COVID pandemic
fast.
broke out, it's amazing what they've been able to do. So that just tells you how smart these people are and how dedicated they are to finding better ways to detect COVID and better ways to treat COVID.
Thank goodness for our smart people,
Yeah.
right? Okay, happening right now,
good.
after a 2-year hiatus because of the COVID-19 pandemic, the Passion Play has returned to downtown San Antonio.
Yeah, it started at 10 this morning. It's going to end at noon in front of San Fernando Cathedral. Jonathan Cotto is along the route covering this incredible display of passion. That's why they call it the Passion Play. This is amazing.
It is amazing. The tradition recreates the trial and crucifixion of Jesus Christ.
The route started at Milam Park, then it headed to Santa Rosa Street, down Travis Street, down Flores to De La Rosa, and then to Main Plaza, where the crucifixion will be depicted in front of San Fernando Cathedral.
So you can see on your screen right now, we have the noon is a crucifixion. At 2:30, there's going to be the Lord's Passion with the Archbishop, and then confessions from 4:30 to 6:30. But if you head to KSAT.com, we have a full list of all those events the Archdiocese is putting on through Good Friday, Holy Saturday, and of course Easter Sunday.
Of course, he's going to have a report for us coming up on KSAT 12 News at noon. And if you have never been, you want to watch this report, it might inspire you to go next year, because it's very quiet. Mm-hmm. It's very intense.
It's intense. It can be emotional for some people.
And it brings the human element out. So I mean, you can see it right there in front of you with the person who's depicting Jesus Christ actually getting whipped, actually getting the cross put on his shoulders and having to carry it down the street, and then basically getting hung on the cross.
And I think it's just whether you're Christian or not Christian, I think it's just an emotional thing to watch. It can be hard. We had a note in our earlier shows for children. They may not be aware of how emotional it can be and violent, because this is just telling the story of what happened.
But it's also it's interesting for kids to be able to see it, to actually see it depicted as to what happened, especially for parents who are Christians and who want their children to grow up in a church, regardless of what religion that is. But they want to understand the story of Jesus Christ and what he meant to the world and what he means to us now.
Yeah. So we'll have all that latest coverage coming up on our noon show.
All right, this time last week we were having an amazing time. We were at the what time is it? 11. Yeah,
okay,
that thing was it wrapping up right about now?
No. You were getting your face painted around this time. You had like multiple colors and tiger stripes on half of your face, because one of our reporters, Lee convinced
Waldman.
this guy to do so.
I don't know how that happened.
Yeah.
She worked some magic on that.
She really did. It was amazing.
But we've got some stuff on our website that'll kind of bring back some memories. We've got photos, we've got videos. Are we going to see some right now? Is that what we're going to do?
Yeah, can we watch the video? I need to see this video. I think David Sears is in this video.
Okay.
David Sears, Viva! Fiesta! Both hands. I mean, you were living your best life.
That was awesome.
What
was even better is the crowd actually responded.
I know.
They were like getting into it.
Yes,
we were having
David
a blast
Sears.
on the street down there for the Flambeau Parade. That is, if you've never been, and you missed it this year, you need to go next year. That is just an incredible, incredible time.
The energy was palpable. People were so excited to finally be back in person.
And they all like saying Viva Fiesta.
Yeah, and you can go up to anyone, you're like, hey, Viva Fiesta, like, Viva Fiesta!
That was a blast. Yeah. That was an absolute blast. I tell you what, that was kind of an intense, action-packed 10 days. I mean, it was like, it kept coming. One thing after another. It was, and because we haven't done it in 2 years like that, you really missed it, and you really forgot of all the stuff that you could do, of all the places you could go, of all the, I don't know how many chicken on the sticks people had, but I bet they were gone.
So one of the biggest, my favorite part of Fiesta was our KSAT Insiders event we had. If you are not a KSAT Insider, become one because you missed out. KSAT Insiders, you just go on to ksat.com, you sign up to become an insider, and that's where you kind of get all the first, you get all the push alerts and all of the inside knowledge first, but also you get to attend these events and you get to meet people like David Sears and interact. It was so great to interact with our viewers.
But you got to be able to yell Viva Fiesta if you're going to hang out with us. That's the only thing. That's my only requirement. You got to be able to take getting Coscaronis cracked over your head. Not on your head, but over your head.
Confetti for
a lot
days
of confetti, and you got to be able to scream Viva Fiesta a lot. She was getting into it.
Yes,
Katie Blake was getting into it.
That look in your eyes was a little interesting. Hadn't seen that one before, and I work with him fairly often, so didn't know.
Which one are you talking about? Which look?
I don't even. I haven't seen it. I can't even redo it.
It was like David in the wild. I think that's what it was.
A little too into the power that he was. Is it wielding? Yes.
Yeah.
It was a little too into it.
Amazing.
A little too into it. Exactly. Too into it. All right. Well, you may have another look in your eye if oak is an issue. Very high today. This is the highest count we've had this oak season. Now, we're pretty much at the peak of oak season, so it makes sense, but that doesn't make it enjoyable. 21,000 today. Yes, David.
I have a question.
Yes, David.
What is higher than very high?
That's it.
Is that it?
That's as far as we go.
So purple, when it's purple, that's you're off the charts.
Purple is pain.
Purple is pain.
Yes.
I like that. Okay. I just
We could maybe do a level above very high, and it's just pain. But yeah, that's as high as we go.
That's it.
For now. But I'll take that under consideration. Maybe we need a new level. Thankfully, mold and grass are low today, but oak is an issue. No big surprise for this time of year. We had a ton of moisture move in after midnight and before sunrise this morning. If you'll remember yesterday, guys, it was sunny, humidity was low. It was a really pleasant day, and then overnight south winds pushed in a ton of humidity and also a lot of cloud cover. So it's gray and it is really muggy. Our dew points are in the 60s, 66 Pleasanton, 64 San Antonio. That's well into muggy territory. And just for some comparison, this time yesterday, our dew points were 20 to 30 degrees lower than they are right now. So our dew points have really surged. We're in a very muggy air mass, and that's how things are going to stay not only today, but also through Easter weekend. So really humid for your Friday and warm. We'll get into the mid 80s this afternoon. Now, those of you that start to clear out faster, it could be upper 80s, but we think the clouds are going to hang pretty tough, at least through early afternoon. Then they'll start to break up later on this afternoon. By sunset around 8 o'clock, partly cloudy skies, low 80s, upper 70s this evening. So if you've got plans tonight, definitely short sleeves and maybe even shorts, because it is going to be on the warm side and also very humid. The humidity hangs around through Easter weekend, and we've got a really toasty weekend ahead. Our high temperatures will be 10 to 15 degrees above average for this time of year, so 90s over Easter weekend, and also some low and late day rain chances. We think what's going to impact your weekend the most is going to be the heat and the humidity. That's what you're going to feel the most of. A few folks could see a storm late in the day Saturday and Sunday. The reason why is we've got a frontal boundary that will be draped across Texas. It'll be to our north on Saturday. As we get into the heat of the afternoon, late afternoon, early evening, before the sun goes down, a couple of storms could try to fire up generally across the hill country, getting closer to the Concho Valley. So places like Kerrville, Fredericksburg, even over to Austin, that's where we could see some storms develop late tomorrow afternoon, early tomorrow evening. We'll watch them closely because depending on how they move, how quick they're going, they could try to drop south little bit closer to the Highway 90 corridor. But we think, aside from the hill country, rain-free day on Saturday. On Sunday, a similar situation presents itself, but we think we'll have a little bit more energy or lift in the atmosphere to produce a few more showers and storms late Sunday afternoon into Sunday evening, and similar situation. These that pop up north of San Antonio could drop south. So it's just something we'll need to keep an eye on in the evenings this weekend. That's why we're here, and we will keep you updated. Early part of next week is rain-free until Wednesday, Thursday, and then we bring back in some isolated chances of showers and storms. Doesn't look like a drought-busting rain is in the forecast over the next week, but at least we've got something here for a few days. I don't know what y'all were just doing for the last however long.
We did a couple of things. One was we took a great photo of the three of us.
Oh, that's good.
You look great in it. David, I'm going to post it on the comments.
Does he have the
David,
look in his eye?
He's just like, he's like so mad.
I was intense on listening to the weather forecast because I want to know what's going to be like
in this
over the weekend.
photo, and you and I are matching with our white shoes and navy dresses.
Oh yeah, I forgot to change shoes.
No, it's cute. It's a great look.
Cool.
We also had some Facebook comments on there. Where is RJ? RJ, happy birthday, RJ.
Oh,
Marquez.
it's RJ's birthday today.
Can you believe RJ is 40 years old?
Is he really?
He looks
No,
so.
he's
I'm not.
Shut up.
He is
Is he
40.
really 40?
We're not joking,
That
Katie.
is out of control.
Doesn't he look amazing?
What is his skin?
I don't know what.
regimen?
I ask him all the time. RJ, what are you doing for your skincare routine? Because you look. It gets all shy and embarrassed about it.
Nuh-uh. I don't
He
believe
is
this.
probably a vampire. He has found the fountain of youth.
Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere, because we're going to run this video again, and I want you to point out this look that you claim.
David,
One more time. He wants it one more time.
We're going to run this video.
Let's run it.
It's pretty obvious.
I didn't. But now you got me scared. What? You can't even see my face.
We get the idea. Ask God. The ideas. I know it was that
I
term
love it.
with the like a.
It's
in
just
the
all it was.
Disney's Fantasia. It's Mickey when he's like. He's like the blue.
That is such a good. It's Katie Blake. That is perfect.
Y'all can't make me laugh and try and mess up my makeup. I gotta go.
He is Mickey Mouse doing Fantasia
With the
with the brooms. The dun dun dun.
Okay, I gotta go.
Yeah. Okay. Wow, that was really good.
Oh my.
Oh my gosh, are we done?
Oh yeah, we're done.
I think we're done. Okay.
We are done.
Thanks for watching. Happy Friday.
Thanks, Katie.
Thank you, Katie.